There's just over a week to go until Cyber Sunday. Michael Cole and JBL at ringside, and I don't think our champion's in such a good mood here tonight.
Not after the way he lost the championship belt last week, he's not.
I'm alive, I can't complain no more. The sun out, baby, I don't see the rain no more. To watch
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about what happened to your championship belt. That never would have happened if I was at ringside with you last week. That's exactly where I'm going to be this week, and I'm not taking no for an answer.
There's just over a week to go until Cyber Sunday. Michael Cole and JBL at ringside, and I don't think our champion's in such a good mood here tonight.
Not after the way he lost the championship belt last week, he's not.
He didn't lose the title. It was stolen from him.
Whatever. If he wants any respect as a champion, he better get it back pronto.
My name is
And here come the two superstars who helped the number one contender steal the championship title last week.
Yeah, they made the champ look like a punk, and that's something he's got to take care of pronto.
You think you know
Supposedly the champion was asked to pick his contender, but it doesn't seem like his vote was taken into account.
Leave the voting for Cyber Sunday. A true champion will take on anyone at any time. This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make...
I don't think the fans like that one too much.
And there's the pin!
Rope break.
Look at these fans. They didn't like that one bit.
Yeah, well, I got some bad news for the WWE fans. He doesn't care what they think. I've been looking forward to this match all night.
So have I. Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this.
Edge is such a jerk. I'm amazed that he still has a job on Raw after some of the stuff he's pulled.
Maybe Edge doesn't have the best attitude in the world, but he is a heck of a competitor, no doubt about it.
I think he's through playing around.
That's an understatement. What a wicked execution.
This capacity crowd, I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope. We've seen this before. He's been wrestling his style of match.
Looks like someone's making it clear that he's not feeling too threatened right about now.
Well, this is a good way to find yourself in a bad situation. He's wasting time instead of following up here. There's no questioning Finley's toughness or that mean streak that runs straight through him. He can be downright sadistic to his opponents.
Yeah, Belfast.
Rope break.
Pretty tough town, isn't it?
That's an understatement. Belfast makes parts unknown look like Disneyland.
He's been looking for that all match, and he's going for the cover. That isn't going to make you popular, but you got to do whatever it takes to win.
I just think it's unfortunate whenever a superstar decides to cheat to win rather than compete fairly. He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion.
I think we might be looking at the future of the WWE in this ring tonight.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit. This is a great match. The fans are definitely into it.
And that's what really matters. If the WWE fans aren't happy, they'll let you know it.
Instead of pandering to the fans, you should really... He's 3 seconds away from victory.
2, 3.
When I first heard...
He doesn't look too pleased about the outcome of this one.
I think he expected to take the champ out of the picture before Cyber Sunday, and he couldn't do it.
I think the champ is ready for more.
He should have shown that kind of spirit last week. He'd still have the belt.
Well, if the champion survived that match, I've got to think it's only a matter of time before he reclaims what's his.
Yeah, but the longer he holds the title without having the belt, the less respect he's going to get from the boys in the back.
Listen, champ. I know you're the champion, whether you got that belt around your waist or not. But this is embarrassing. Now do whatever it takes to get it back, or else.
I'm so proud of you for doing whatever it takes to get back what's rightfully yours. Just when I think you can't impress me anymore, you find a way. You know you've got my support at ringside this week, no matter what.
Cyber Sunday is this weekend, and SmackDown's champion will be there. Michael Cole and JBL at ringside, and tonight, the champ sends a message to the allies of the #1 contender.
I'll give him credit for asking for this handicap match, but he still hasn't gotten the title belt back.
And you can only imagine the frustration building in the champion.
Fine, he's angry. I get it. The question is, what's he going to do about it?
These two have backed up the #1 contender for the past several weeks. Tonight, they face the champion in a handicap match.
And if the champ gets the worst end of it, he's got no one to blame but himself. He asked for it.
And would you look at who's coming to ringside? The #1 contender, who is illegally in possession of the championship title.
Yeah, well, after this Sunday, he might be its rightful owner, especially if his boys do a number on the champ tonight.
You think you know?
Those who have talked to him backstage report that the champion is seething at the theft of his title.
I'm not surprised. I can't imagine anything more disgraceful than going into a title defense without the championship belt.
I'm Michael Cole, this is JBL, and we welcome you to Portland, Oregon. It's been a long time since we've come to Portland, and it's great to be back.
The Rose City's going to get its face rocked tonight, and I, for one, can't wait.
And neither can these fans. We better get started, or we might have a riot on our hands.
Wow, great reversal. I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they've got literally nothing left to give.
And that's the attitude you have to take to win. You know that your opponent isn't going to hold anything back, and you can't afford to either.
I'd love to know you're coming up with this stuff, because it sure ain't from personal experience.
2, 3.
I don't think there's anything Edge wouldn't do to get what he wants, and that's what I like about him.
That's funny, because that's exactly what I can't stand about Edge.
5.
He might be a great competitor, but he's a lousy human being.
Yeah, that's just great. Why don't you just quit showing off and get down to business?
He is getting down to business. He's in the sports entertainment business, isn't he?
He likes fighting dirty, and it's easy to see.
There's the cover. Can he do it? Look at these fans.
He's looking for his finisher.
He got it. Execution. This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, one mistake, and we're going to see that fire put out pronto. Oh, talk about using your head.
Or your opponent's head anyway.
Head first, right into the barricade.
And at this point in the match, you can't afford to take a move like that. They're right next to the barricade. What's going to happen next?
4.
Head first, right into the barricade, and that's even more painful than it looks. Oh boy, it's never a good thing when your opponent's got you by the barricade.
A sickening impact as flesh and bone meets that unforgiving security barrier. Say what you will about William Regal, he never backs down from a fight.
Regal's been making a living with his fist since he was a teenager. You don't stick with something that long unless you're awfully good at it.
And yet you show up week after week to do commentary. He was one step ahead on that one. Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this. You know, there's such a thing as playing to the crowd too much, and that's what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off. When you think of how many years Finley has been in this business, it's amazing that he can still compete at the level he does.
No kidding. He's taking great care of himself. A real fit guy, that Finley.
It sounds like this capacity crowd. Great reversal.
I've been looking forward to this match all night.
So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent weeks.
And usually when you got that kind of hype, it's tough to live up to expectations. But these superstars aren't having any trouble doing that.
They sure aren't. And that's an impressive thing in and of itself.
Man, I don't want this match to end.
I'm with you, partner, but it's got to end sooner or later.
Well, whichever way it goes, no one can say that these superstars didn't give it everything they got. This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved. But if you're going to be snippy, look at this. Pandering into the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum.
Man, you just can't put anything over on these fans.
You sure can't. They see everything, and they'll let you know about it. I certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
No kidding. No matter what call you make, you're going to get on the bad side of at least once.
He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion. Instead of pandering to the fans, you should really keep your head in the match.
Come on, you're looking at a superstar who can feed off a crowd and use that energy to win the match.
He's tagged in his partner.
Ashley first came to the WWE as the winner of the Diva Search contest, and it's not hard to see why.
You'd have to be blind. Oh, look at that. He's bleeding like a stuck pig.
I can't tell if that's a cut or a broken nose, but either way, the referee might need to stop this fight.
The ref's not going to stop the match. It's just a little blood. Be a man, would you?
1, 2, 3.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars. No, not again. Now that's what you call reflexes.
No, that's what you call a moron.
So much for history repeating itself.
Wow, that woman got some industrial size.
Don't say it, JBL.
What? What's wrong with saying it? Damn, that girl can put on a show.
Never mind.
You might be interested to know that since your championship match takes place at Cyber Sunday, I've arranged for a second opponent for you, and you've been voting for him all month, whether you knew it or not.
I can't believe you've been given a second opponent on such short notice. But it doesn't matter. I know you'll come through, just like you always do, and I'll be right there with you to see it.
Welcome to Cyber Sunday.
The challenger has made the champ's life a living hell all month.
But he may have just fired up the champ even more.
Or he might have made him so mad, he's not thinking straight.
We'll find out when the rightful owner of the championship is decided tonight. They call themselves the only true royalty on SmackDown, and tonight is their chance to put their money where their mouth is.
Not to mention the gold around his waist, which, by the way, is where it's been for the last few weeks.
I don't know how they managed to make this a 2-on-1 match, but he'll be seconding the #1 contender here tonight.
The #1 contender's a very resourceful individual, Michael. That's what makes him so incredibly dangerous.
You think you know?
It seems like the numbers are always against him, but that hasn't stopped him from going after his opponents at every opportunity.
And he got his belt back, which I wasn't expecting. Now let's see if he can keep it.
It's like he read his opponent's mind. So, look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable. You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat. What an incredible performance by these phenomenal superstars. Did you expect anything less, JR? I mean, look who's in the ring right now. No, I didn't, King. I had high expectations, and I'm happy to say that this match has exceeded them all. Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR? It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the defense.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies. Oh, sure. Now the fans start to cheer for him. Now that he's in the driver's seat.
Come on, King. He's had the crowd behind him all match, and now it's paying off.
Man, is there ever going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done?
Not if they have their way, King. Everything they came in here with tonight is going to be left in that ring, mark my words.
I hope these fans appreciate it, JR. These superstars are putting it all on the line for them right here tonight. He countered that one perfectly.
It doesn't appear that Edge is getting much love from this crowd tonight, and who can blame them? They're certainly not getting much from Edge.
That's not true, JR. I'm sure this arena is just full of Edge heads tonight. You might not hear them cheering, but that's probably because they're in awe of the fact that they're watching their favorite superstar.
Or maybe it's because the Edge heads turned on Edge right about the same time he turned on them, King. I think they do a pretty good job of making themselves heard, but with those boos instead of cheers now. Ken Kennedy's mouth seems to land him in hot water with alarming regularity.
Look who's talking, JR. He's climbing the turnbuckle. What's he up to?
He's all fired up now, King, and I'd hate to be on the receiving end.
I don't think his opponent's got a hope of hurting him now.
This capacity crowd is solidly behind their superstar. Look at this.
Wow, could you be any more biased, JR? How about some fair and balanced commentary?
This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
You got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on SmackDown.
Not on SmackDown or anywhere else.
Oh, no! This is terrible! You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum!
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers. Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King.
Who cares about them, JR? Oh, no! I don't like the looks of this!
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out. Oh, boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this! Come on, do something, quick! How can these fans be this excited about Rey Mysterio, JR? He's so tiny that half of them probably can't even see him in the ring.
Well, King, there's an old saying. Size doesn't matter. It's what you do with it that counts. And I'm sure you've heard that one before.
What? What are you saying, JR? Don't try to change the subject just because you know I'm right.
These superstars are in terrific shape, and that comes as no surprise whatsoever.
No kidding. If you don't have that conditioning, you're not going to last long in a match.
You sure aren't.
Uh-oh. Come on. Oh, my gosh. Look at all that blood.
Oh, no. What's he going to do here?
Oh, my gosh. What a spear. I'm surprised he didn't break his opponent in half, JR. What does he think he's doing? He's just showing off for the crowd now.
He's wrestling the match his way, and I think it's going to pay off, mark my words. He's going to regret not following up here once he loses this match.
Come on, JR. This isn't something you do when you're worried about the outcome of the match. He knows he's got it in the bag.
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR, and I love to hear it.
Ashley is one diva who doesn't know the meaning of the word quit.
Yeah, or the meaning of the words, call me back when you get this. I must have left a dozen messages for her in the past couple of days.
You're not going to get him with that one.
Any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injuries.
And that's easier said than done, JR. The human body can only absorb so much punishment.
I tell you, King, I've got no earthly idea how these superstars can maintain this intensity week after week after week.
It's not easy, JR. There's no off-season. It's not like you've got 6 months to recover after WrestleMania.
That's for damn sure. And that's why I don't think there can be any doubt in anyone's mind. Look at this! Look at this!
He's going for it, JR!
What a spear! And we ain't talking Brittany. That'll put the lights out permanently. Looks like he's trying for a pin here.
2, 3.
I don't understand how these...
The champion has successfully defended his title.
I don't believe it. Talk about overcoming the odds.
And the challenger is absolutely livid.
This is just embarrassing, Michael. He's making a complete jackass of himself.
If you ask me, he's been doing it for the past several weeks, ambushing the champion, stealing the title.
That's all part of wearing the champ down. I get that. But this is just a temper tantrum.
I don't know if he'll be given another run at the championship after this.
Well, there's no denying his ability, but he's got some growing up to do.
Congratulations, champ. I've got to admit, it took me a little while, but now I finally see what all the fuss is about. I've sent you a little something to remember me by. Give me a call sometime, if you want to see more.
Survivor Series is right around the corner, champ. And I need to start putting together our Survivor Series team. I want to see how one superstar in particular stacks up against the champ. So I made a match between you this week.
Welcome to SmackDown, where Survivor Series is less than 3 weeks away. This is Michael Cole here with John Bradshaw Layfield at ringside, and the champion is in action tonight.
And this might be a non-title match, but the champ better wear his working boots.
You can say that again. His opponent is in consideration for SmackDown's Survivor Series team.
And there's no better way to evaluate a superstar than to put him in there against the champ.
He's legitimately one of SmackDown's toughest superstars, and what an asset he would be to SmackDown's Survivor Series team.
SmackDown's team has got to represent the brand at Survivor Series and prove that we're the best in the business. And this guy is one of the best in the business, no question.
You think you know?
And this man just might be the very best in the business. His preparation for Survivor Series begins here tonight.
And he better be ready, because Raw is going to be at Survivor Series 2, and everyone's counting on him to blow them out of the water. You feel like a jerk when someone counters you like that.
Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this. Watch it. He reversed it.
We've heard MVP talk the talk. I'm just waiting for him to walk the walk.
Hey, have some respect. That's SmackDown's most valuable player you're talking about.
Well, he certainly played Raw and SmackDown against each other in a bidding war for his contract, and I'm afraid we got the worst end of the deal. Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, and injured superstars like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
That's absolutely right. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponents think you're easy pickings.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings, no matter how beaten up they get. I think someone's been taking flying lessons.
Look at this, pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum. Night after night, the WWE superstars never fail to amaze the fans.
And that's a good thing. I don't even like to think. Come on, quit showing off. This is a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
I've seen this before. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff. He saw that one coming.
He slipped out of that one. When I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think, but these superstars are blowing me away.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, I expected a tremendous matchup, and I haven't been disappointed.
I didn't say I'm not disappointed, but I'll talk about getting stuck with you as a broadcast partner some other time.
I knew it was only a matter of time before we...
Here's the pin. That's not the rule book, but it's not a crime if you don't get caught.
I don't believe it. How could the referee have missed that? Wow, listen to that chant.
The crowd makes a huge difference, whether they're for you or against you.
The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be... Here's the pin. This could be it.
2, 3.
Watching these superstars go...
Who in the hell let these riffraffs in?
He even brought the ECW champ. This might turn ugly fast.
No. We're just here to offer a little challenge. Since ECW is the most dominant brand of sports ever,
it's Mr. McMahon and the WWE champ.
Let me remind you that you are standing in my ring. That makes this ground zero, mister. But you know, your boldness has sparked in me a wonderful idea for Survivor Series. Now the main event will be a triple threat match between the WWE World Heavyweight and ECW champions.
Hey, champ, I bet you're not too happy that the chairman of World Wrestling Entertainment is backing your opponent at Survivor Series. Just wanted to let you know that not every member of the McMahon family feels that way. Listen, I'm going to inherit this company from my old man someday, right? So why should I wait for him to decide to retire? If he beat my father's favorite at Survivor Series, then maybe the great Vince McMahon will lose some of his appetite for the business. Listen, I've lined up someone who might be able to help you. He'll be giving you a call.
Survivor Series is just over 1 week away. Michael Cole here with JBL at ringside, and what a main event we have for you tonight. SmackDown versus Raw, and a champion versus champion match.
And I'm glad the titles aren't on the line because I'm not sure our champ has what it takes.
Well, there's some team spirit for you. I think the champ's going to do just fine.
Man, I hope so. This could get embarrassing in a hurry if he doesn't.
He's one of the greatest superstars in sports entertainment history, and he holds Raw's highest honor.
And you know he wouldn't come to SmackDown if he didn't think he had a shot at making our champ look like an idiot.
You think you know.
He's proved himself time and again here on SmackDown, and this is the champion's opportunity to prove himself against Raw's best.
Yeah, but remember, at Survivor Series, he'll face both Raw and ECW as champions, and all 3 titles will be on the line. Even if you wind up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well, and having to deal with emotional as well.
Instead of pandering to the fans, you should really keep your head in the match.
Come on, you're looking at a superstar who can feed off a crowd and use that energy to win the match.
This has been a great match.
A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle.
Come on, quit showing off. This is a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff.
That was a textbook reversal. Man, I don't want this match to end.
I'm with you, partner, but it's got to end sooner or later.
Well, whichever way it goes, no one can say that these superstars didn't give it everything they got. These superstars have been giving it everything they've got all night.
They sure have, and that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
Yeah, you're not going to win a match if you're blown up 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent. A textbook reversal. Can he follow up?
Edge is so quick and so deadly, you can't take your eyes off of him for a second.
And that's doubly true if you're the referee. I don't think Edge has ever met a rule he wouldn't break.
No shame in that. If you don't get caught, it's not cheating.
This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah? Well, one mistake and we're going to see that fire put out pronto.
Wow, listen to that chant.
The crowd makes a... Here he goes. He's going for it.
And he got all of it. Execution.
You know, the French man is playing to the crowd too much, and that's what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off. Night after night, the WWE superstars never fail to amaze the fans.
And that's a good thing. I don't even like to think about where we'd be if they didn't.
Well, we wouldn't be sitting here calling this match, that's for sure. Nice reversal.
These superstars are at the top of their game.
He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion. Look at this, pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum. I certainly don't envy the ref. His opponent is groggy, and he's making the most of it.
Execution. Big move. You got to watch out for your opponent.
So much can go wrong from that top turnbuckle. Here it is. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
And if his opponent is smart, he'll get the hell out of there. Seeing a match like this makes me proud to be part of this company.
I'm with you, partner. You just can't experience a thrill like this anywhere else.
And that's because you're not going to see athletes like the WWE superstars anywhere else, Cole.
You certainly aren't. They're the greatest athletes in the world, and this is the only place you'll see them doing what they do best.
This match proves without a doubt why SmackDown's the dominant brand. And
he's bleeding all over the place. This one's getting ugly.
It isn't pretty, but it's effective. You make your opponent bleed, and you've got a psychological edge over him.
Maybe so, but I'm more concerned about the risk to his physical well-being now that he's been busted open. The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, try to strain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this down.
There's the pin. Can his opponent kick out?
2, 3.
Man, what?
I don't think he was too happy with the reception he got here on SmackDown.
If he was thinking he was going to get anything else, he's delusional.
I'm sure he's not used to that sort of treatment on Raw.
Yeah, well, I got news for him. This isn't Raw, and I couldn't be happier about that.
And I think tonight only fueled his desire to emerge victorious in Survivor Series.
I just hope our champion feels the same way. SmackDown's got to come out on top at Survivor Series. We've got to.
Congratulations on your victory, champ. But you can't count on getting that lucky again at Survivor Series. With my ECW champion involved in the match, are you sure you haven't bitten off more than you can chew?
Survivor Series is just 2 days away. Michael Cole and JBL at ringside, and can you imagine the pressure our champion must be under?
Part of being the champ is dealing with the pressure, Michael, but I don't envy him one bit.
A loss here tonight would rob him of momentum heading into Survivor Series.
But if he puts too much into tonight's match, he might not have enough left in the tank Sunday. Talk about your rock and hard place.
My name is
How'd you like that to face this superstar just before defending your brand's honor and championship at Survivor Series?
Most guys in the locker room might take it easy on the champ in this situation, just out of brand loyalty. But this guy's an A1 nutcase. Who knows what he'll do?
You think you know.
He looked great last week against Raw's champion. A win here tonight would give him a huge amount of momentum heading into Survivor Series.
Yeah, but he can't go all out tonight. He's got to save something for Sunday. Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this, don't try this stuff at home.
This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, one mistake and we're going to see the fire put out pronto. Man, this one's turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it took me by surprise, and that doesn't happen often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you anything can happen here in the WWE. That's not in the rule book, but it's not a... Here's the pin.
We've seen this before. He'll do whatever it takes to win and take every advantage he can.
Of course he will. That's what you got to do to survive in this business.
Finlay has certainly established himself in very short order as one of the toughest superstars SmackDown has ever seen.
You're not kidding. I wonder if all English people are as tough as him.
English? He wears a shamrock. This is going to be big, one way or the other.
Man, this crowd is really swallowing this guy's head.
There's no doubt that these fans love him. His opponent is groggy, and he's making the most of it.
Execution. Big move. Hey, try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this down the middle. He made his opponent look like a chump with that counter. Come on, show it off. This is a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff. Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some more. He's climbing the turnbuckle. Will this pay off?
You know, there's such a thing as playing to the crowd too much, and that's what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off.
And if his opponent is smart, he'll get the hell out of there. I don't think there's anything Edge wouldn't do to get what he wanted. That's what I like about him.
That's funny, because that's exactly what I can't stand about Edge. He might be a great competitor, but he's a lousy human being.
So you're telling me you'd rather watch a guy who does everything by the book and cares more about the rules than about... Look at this. Pandering. There it is. Blood in the water. The end is near.
How can you sound so excited? These are human beings in the ring, for God's sake.
Correction. These are WWE superstars. And sometimes this is what it takes to win.
He's got this crowd solidly behind him.
This could be 3 right here.
1, 2, 3.
Seeing a match like this...
Oh no, this is the absolute last thing the champ needed.
That's it. Forget about it. SmackDown's got no chance at Survivor Series.
Hold on, we still don't know the extent of the injury. It might not be as bad as it looks.
Listen, he can't afford to suffer any injury this close to Survivor Series.
Well, we've seen him battle back against the odds before. I hope he can do it again this Sunday.
I hope so too, but let's face it, it doesn't look good.
Damn it! I just had this car detailed. So you think you're too good to defend your championship against my champion? Is that it? I hate one-sided conversations. Now, I gotta go get my car waxed, so I'll get my friend here to help you up. Did you really have to plow him into my car again? Never mind.